The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Erica. Hey, Buttons all day. Gang stars, period. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, oh my God. What a night. Okay, first, good morning. Good morning. And I hope everyone's doing well out there. I see some people. There's plenty out there in the bushes. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Anyway, guys, look, I just ran that video, and I think from the way it looks that there's still a lot of people watching that video this morning. So maybe some don't even know that I'm live. So let me send out a quick notification. How do I do this? Oh, I better send it out from the other side. Just 1 second. Yeah, let me send another notification out. Just because, yeah, let's do that. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen out in the bushes. Good morning. Yeah, guys, lots to talk about. So we're gonna get into it. Let's see. Okay, maybe that'll do it. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, we're going to keep things moving. And you guys know it's always going to be posted. Okay. It's Livember for me. Good morning. Hi, India. Good morning, sis. How are you? Guys, let's go ahead and jump into it because I was watching the chat. You know, I was in the chat with you guys this morning and there were a lot of questions. So we'll go through some of those in just a minute. Yes, India, there might be 3. I actually have it ready. You guys know I reacted to Birthday Cat. Some Birthday Cat and some what's our son gonna look like? I mean, we'll talk about that one. I don't know if we'll talk about it live later. We might talk about it a little bit this morning if someone drops some questions. The Q&A is open. No, you're not, boo boo. Virgo Diva, I see you, sis. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Virgo Diva Boo Boo, you are here, sis. Type something, okay? CC Monet, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Kanisha B, good morning. Virgo Diva, I see you. India with the Y. Okay, yes, birthday cat. Okay, we're gonna talk about that in a bit. Let's just do a speed round. If you have a question and you want me to talk about something, click on the Q&A and type it in so I can address it, okay? Right now, I do have a poll running. It's about Strong Flex. Who's Strong Flex? Strong Mommy Chrissy. Strong Mommy Chrissy is out here flexing Tesla ownership. You guys know, as far as I'm concerned, sis, if you want to go get a bill, any of you guys who want to believe, don't want to believe, who cares? Who can't believe that someone who doesn't know how to manage their money won't go and run up another bill? Who doesn't want to believe that somebody who doesn't pay their bills or doesn't mind defaulting on a bill or doesn't mind getting evicted, doesn't mind tootsie sliding away from a responsibility, won't walk away from one? Who all of a sudden believes that someone is irresponsible is all of a sudden responsible? Do you guys believe? I mean, look, I know we do believe in miracles, okay, because look at God. But at the end of the day, people don't just change overnight. I know we'd like to think so, okay? I know it's not Sunday and it's not Sunday members only live where I sometimes get into the spirit. But let's just remember people don't always change overnight. But people love, if you like to run up a bill, girl, you might run up a bill. Virgo Diva, where are you, sis? Type something, hun. Now I don't see you, but I should. Hold on one second. Let me make sure. Let me make sure what I needed to make sure. Okay. Virgo Diva, you should be good, sis. Type something so we can see you and say good morning. Nurse KB, good morning. I came in hot. My apologies. I have a friend with a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, um, I'm girl. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it is what it is, what it is, what it is. If the girl has a Tesla, who cares? That's her bill to pay. We know Chrissy's pockets run short about 60% of the year. Okay. I mean, do I know that for a fact? That's an assumption. But at the end of the day, those pockets run dry, sis. They run on flat. Okay. So if she wants to run up a bill while she runs up some rent and ran back to Colorado, we know Chrissy is about good for something for about 6 months. So let her. We'll see that Tesla like we saw another Tesla. That when Chrissy showed up in that first Tesla, if you don't remember, it had a full it had the full moonroof, right? And it was white on white on white. Okay? It was white, right? And it was not the Falcon with the 3 rows, okay? This was a black Tesla with 3 rows with the Falcon doors. How do I know so much about Teslas? I don't know. I don't know how I know so much, but I mean, I've looked into them. But you know, one thing about me, guys, I love not paying a car note. Okay. And if I'm going to pay what a Tesla costs, I'm not going to be driving a Tesla. I'm just going to be honest. It would not be, that's not where I would spend that money, but that's just me, right? Everyone's got their taste. So at the end of the day, whatever that woman's got, girl, she got. We don't care. We're not paying for it. Only thing we do is we watch that, give her that watch time, and she can do with it what she wants. Double H, good morning, sis. Good morning. Okay. Strong Flex. Was that a content coming soon video? I saw one of the sisters drop down in the chat. Good morning, Marissa. Good morning. She said that was old footage. I hadn't looked into it. I don't know what her old place used to look like well enough to know if that's now. Come to think of it, when she gave us the house tour of the last place, when she fled the last place, when she fled the second to the last place, and she gave us that tour, and I guess now come to think of it, when they were upstairs and she showed us that TV room or something. Okay, Virgo Diva, I see you, boo boo. So I remember seeing those natural wood color blinds. I don't know what that woman has in that new house or not. Maybe that is the old place. I'm not sure. Look, this woman is constantly telling us content coming soon. So why wouldn't content be coming soon? That's what she said. Okay, so that's what she said. So maybe that's what it is. Strong Flex, was that content coming soon? Was that a bag lunch? Okay. Was she going for one of the bags? Was she going for a money bag while handling that testicle bag? Was that a bag lunch? Okay. Did you take the tow man's number and a bag from the tow man? Because the tow man was making lots and lots and lots of passes. That's what she said. She was giving off that energy. Look, it's not a case of you're a bad bitch or anything like that. A man knows a lady. A man knows the type of woman he's going to try. Okay? A man tries what he thinks he can get. So when he tried her in the front seat of the tow truck, and she's like, honey, who? Oh, I didn't say that. Well, your energy was probably something like that. I mean, girl, men know who to try and who not to try. Okay. So did you take the tow man's number, sis? Did you get a bag from him too? And last option is, oh, this your new bag, sis? Okay. Okay, girl. This your new brand? Oh, okay. Yeah, guys, vote. We have 56 votes. We have 117, and we have 29 likes. Christy, bro, did you hit that like button? Did you vote, sis? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Bailey. Good morning. Guys, if you hadn't caught it yet, I just posted a Three Moms update, and that's it, and that's all. Yeah, it is bag season. Get your bags. Christmas is coming, the new year is coming, a recession is coming. We just had voting happening. Get your bags, ladies. If you're not out here getting a bag or two or three, um what are you doing? What are you doing? Even a passive bag. It's so easy to get a bag these days. Nobody should be sitting around looking for coin at all. Okay. I did run another poll, and we'll talk about that one too. But yeah, we went into we did a bit of a Three Moms update. You know, Jasmine is, having problems. I don't know what's wrong with that woman. Ever since Chris came around, that woman has been drinking a lot. She has been doing the most, and stuff's just not looking very good over there. I'm not really sure what's going on, but definitely if you haven't seen the Three Moms update yet, make sure to click into that. And at the end of the day, I just appreciate you guys supporting this channel and supporting what I'm doing over here. It's much appreciated, because at the end of the day, we address capping for clicks. Okay. We're addressing the paper chases, the lack thereof, the subpar momming. We address it all over here. Okay. So I appreciate you supporting this channel and what your girl is reporting on for the YouTube streets. Okay. But yes, Jasmine had a roach problem this week, and it was talked about. Um, she did post a video, and she's working on decluttering. And you know what? I mean, yes, clutter can bring roaches, but she's not in the. I don't know what the roach problem is in Austin. I know in Houston, once you get them, you're screwed because it's hot there. It's hot and it stays wet. And she's not in Austin. I think Austin is a bit drier. And I don't know what she got going on in that house, but for her to have roaches running across the kitchen table while everybody's out there, Aiden is sitting there trying to smack the roach, and then the roach comes back. That just doesn't even make any sense to me. That just really screams, yeah, they're in there, sis, and you got a problem. And that's more than what home defense. You need to call your landlord and have them send the Terminex man over, because at the end of the day, that's not good. And you have children, and you're washing bottles, and you're keeping food on the counter, and you're cooking food over there, and you people have asthma over there. You guys have respiratory problems every like 6 days. Somebody is down for the count. Roaches bring asthma. You have that nasty vent right over the kitchen. It's awful. So I'm not really trying to go in, even though it probably sounds like I am. At the end of the day, sis. So I know there's a couple Jasmine videos. I will react to them specifically, and I will follow back up with you guys. The next video that's going to drop is going to be one that I know you guys want to see, and it will be posting. Just have your notifications on, because here on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, yet we do not tell our right hand what our left hand is doing. Only thing I can really tell you is set your notifications, so that you can be notified when another video drops. Okay. And then typically, if it's going to be a video, if it's not short or a something like a 60-second update, it will have a premiere with it, so we can all chitty chat in the live premiere. But right now I am live. I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just trying some new things and trying, it's bag season, guys, and you got to go out and handle business, right? And anyone who's not doing that, Jasmine, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. But yeah, she is having issues. She's trying to declutter. She's trying to stay on track with her November videos, but sis just can't seem to hold it together. So it seems to be somewhat of a problem. And also in the video that dropped this morning, you already know who was in there. It was Big Tuna. It was Big Slow um in her video where her baby's sick and she's low-key accusing the web kids of coming over. And they're always sick when they come over. How is it they're always sick when they come over when you've only been there for 2 weeks? You've been there for 2 weeks, you've seen them twice, and now they're sick every time they come over. What if he says they leave fine and they come home sick? So we don't look, at the end of the day, it's cold and flu season. The kids go to school with other kids and it is what it is. If I were her, I would low key stop complaining about the man. But anyway, but yeah, that's what's in the Three Moms update, guys. So go ahead and also we are doing a bit of a Q&A. So if there's any questions, let me know. But we're going to talk a little bit about the last part of the video, and then we're going to talk about something else. So, anyone who has any questions or wants to make any comments about that, just run them into the Q&A. But yeah, I've seen a lot of questions about Chrissy owning a Tesla. Was this old footage? Who cares? It's a video. It's not that we care. We're just talking about the video, guys. My first question, on top of just if you wouldn't leave your house with a quarter tank of gas to go drive a long way. Good morning, Miss True. Good morning, everyone coming in. Hit the like button for me, please. Hey, Dr. A. Good morning, Ivy. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. And good morning, everyone who joined me in the live this morning. Good morning, MI88. If you wouldn't leave with less than a quarter tank of gas, why would you think that it's a good idea to go someplace that's either 50 miles one way or 50 miles two way and think that that's a good idea and you didn't have enough charge? What would make you think? And it's harder to find a charging station than it is to find a gas station. What would make you think that that was a good idea? So unless this was all just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to go and sit outside and pretend like I don't have gas, and I'm going to just, I'm just going to sit out here and just pretend. I'm going to sit out here and pretend like I don't have gas and that I have nothing better to do. And and I have nothing better to do because I was getting ready to go pick up a bag. I had a bag lunch. And I'm just going to pretend that I had nothing to do. So I'm going to just shoot a video. I don't know. Rochette is still staying up all hours of the night with her unemployed deadbeat baby Fava and day drinking. So she's too tired to clean up. Tell us what you really think, Pineapples. I think that's a throw off for all the sniffling back back to playing with her nose. Ooh, oh, okay, okay. Is that for Liv? Hey, kitten. Good morning, sis. Good morning. Multitasking and listening. Period. Um, Terrence Howard voice. Liv, clean up your house. We all know Gerard's house is cleaner than yours. They might have a cleaning lady over there. Okay. Nurse Becky, that's probably exactly what she did. See, she sat outside and pretended and made a nice thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. So I'm just going to be honest, guys. At the end of the day, this is just life, right? There's people who lie and there's people who don't, right? Can we all agree on that? Now, some people, there's types of lies, like lies of omission, lies of commission. There's all different kinds of lying that people do, but the straight up liars, there's straight up liars out here. And there are people who just want to make some content, and you never know what they're doing. And speaking of which, so I'll talk about it now. I'm going to talk about it in my video that will show up later on the YouTube streets. Just have your notifications set. I think so. The other day, you guys, Keisha and Jeremy went to a concert, right? We'll get back to Strong Mommy Chrissy in a second. They went to a concert. Who goes to the millennial concert? Okay, the millennial concert happened. Okay, let me look up who were the headliners. Millennial concert. Okay. Let's look up Atlanta. Who was there? We know it was Bobby V. Okay. Who goes all the way to the State Farm Arena? Is that what it was in Atlanta? Okay. Who goes and Bow Wow, Mario, Carrie Hilson, and more? Okay, let's see who else was there. And more. Like, okay. Tour also includes a sets by Lloyd. What is it? This is what I feel. I'm in need of love. Da-na-da. Okay. So Lloyd, Pleasure P, Bobby V, Sammy, the Yin Yang Twins, them Franchise Boy. Okay, the Franchise Boys. Is that Lean With It, Rock With It? I think so. The Crime Mob. Okay, Travis Porter. Oh, Travis Porter. Oh, interesting. I wonder if somebody was there. Lil Scrappy, of course, since Crime Mob's there. Trillville, Chingy. Okay. So they go, all of these people are there, but they leave after Bobby V. Can you make that make sense? I'm sorry. I feel like, because Keisha is not above driving to a location to take some pictures. I almost feel like they went to the State Farm Arena to take some pictures and left. Okay, we're going to talk about Birthday Cat later, okay? We're going to talk about that later. So anybody who wants to hear and talk about that, we're going to talk about that later, okay? All right. Who goes all the way to the State Farm Arena to see Bobby V and then pieces out? Does that make sense? I'm sure Bobby V probably shows up at places around at some clubs. You don't have to go all the way and pay for a whole concert ticket, and there's like 25 people on the ticket, and you go, but there's Bobby V and y'all burn out. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Okay. So yeah, that was part of that situation, but we're going to talk about that later. But I just think that wasn't, I don't think that was accurate. Okay. Um, so would Strong Mommy Chrissy go to take some pictures outside because it's content coming soon? I think so. Why not? The car belongs to Uber. Well, guys, you do know that Uber does have a program. Thank you so much, Southside. Guys, if you're interested in starting a business, okay, they rent Teslas to Uber. Well, Uber actually bought Teslas. There's a relationship between Tesla and Uber for people to be able to start their business. And if you guys watch in Atlanta, actually, Jayla was talking about, like, guys, this is so weird. Every time I get into an Uber, it's a Tesla. And the lady said, "Oh, I'm in the leasing program." Okay. It's true, guys. Okay. Just like how Amazon, you can lease purchase a Sprinter so you can start your business. Yes, ma'am. Does she own the house? Nothing like parking a Tessie at a rental home. Okay. You know what I'm saying, Mimi ODD? Okay. Okay. Liv is always sick too. It's the drinking, sis. I mean, that drinking will take your immune system all the way down. Okay. Um, Liv always sick too. Da, 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 da. Why not buy a car that'll fit 12, all 12? Uh, fit all 12 clothes. I guess you meant all 12 children. I don't know. That's the $1 million question on the YouTube streets. Number one, I'll never have an answer for that. Unless you have multiple vehicles, you should have at least one to transport the complete sum of your family, right? Like me and my husband wouldn't be sitting around here with twin Corvettes because guess what? That doesn't fit the whole family. We got a daughter and we have 2 dogs. We need a family car, right? Right? Um it doesn't make sense when you're a one person and you're the one licensed driver. Like her oldest daughter, Chrissy's oldest daughter, doesn't need to be fooled, sis. She's gonna have you driving because you're gonna be driving and helping. Understand that that's a come up for Chrissy to have a daughter with a driver's license. Because yes, sis, you're gonna be helping. You have a point, friend, because when people leave a little early, it's usually a few people. I only saw them walking. Girl, there was nobody outside. There was no one outside. There was no late ticket scalpers. It seemed like it was very late. And I'm sorry, Keisha is not above. Let's go out there and take some pictures. Or let's film. Or, oh, I didn't know the concert was tonight. Let's walk by and we just gonna pretend. Okay, let's run it. Let's okay. This is the scenario. Okay. Let's see. Why buy a car like that? Okay, so I don't know. Hey Taylor, good morning. Some people don't mind running up a bill. Okay. How can Chrissy afford a Tesla? We don't know. We don't know. But some people don't mind running up a bill knowing good and well that they are relying on hopes, dreams, wishes, and future checks to pay for it. So we don't know. I think the fun is that the next time she shows up, she'll have red seats. Okay. The fun is next time it's going to be something else, and she's going to be like, What are you guys talking about? Like, you guys are such haters." Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. Like, it's more like, Chrissy, we see you, sis. That's all. Girl, she knows. She knows we see her. Okay, it's okay. All right, let's see. So the concert was in their idea of a romantic birthday date. I don't know, girl. The following day was a trip, so you'll see that much later, and let's go watch it. But I did film a reaction to it, so you'll see that in a little while. A little bit later today. But yeah, as far as Keisha and Jeremy and Keisha's actual date, her birth date, her birthday date. So that was the night before. And they saw Bobby Valentino. She said she was good and they burned out. I don't know. Make it make sense. Okay, let me scroll back. I came to Atlanta for that show and clearly had to miss half that show because it was like 6 other artists after that. Oh, okay. I came to Atlanta for that show and she clearly had to have missed half of that show because it was like 6. Yeah, she said that there were still people who were performing, but they left. They left. I don't know. I don't know. It just struck me as weird. And I don't know. Keisha does weird things. So I don't know. I don't know why. Where did they have to be? Did they have to be at jobs in the morning? Where did they, girl, they didn't have to be at anybody's job. So it's not like they needed to leave. And where's mom stay? Is mom at the house? I mean, did they have to relieve their sitter like Strong Mommy Chrissy because she pays money for sitters? That's what Splash wanted to do. That's why that's his type of thing. Okay, like boy bands, that's his thing. I didn't know. Unsigned video, Vixen supporting Travis Parter. I came to Atlanta for that show. Okay, we saw that. That makes sense. I have a coworker that Ubers to work every day, and it's always a different Tesla. Okay. Yes. I think, you know, Tesla had a lot of time to work on cars during the pandemic, and they had cars coming soon before the pandemic, and I think Tesla got stuck with a lot of cars during the pandemic, and people want a new car, and even though those are new cars, right? I think people like that certain year, they like the new features, and a lot of those cars that were not sold, you see the rental cars agencies picking them up, or they're being flipped and sold. Maybe they're going to different countries. You never know. I mean, we here in the United States, when you go to the lot, you either right now, this time of year, you either want a 22 and a half or you want a 23. Nobody's going to buy a leftover from 21 unless it's for a steal. And if you're going to just save $5,000, which over a 3 to 5 year note isn't going to make that much of a difference, sis, you driving off with a 23 unless you're just silly. Unless they're going to give you about a $10,000 break on a brand new car that has a 2021 with 10 miles on it, unless it is for a absolute steal, people are emotional, people like to flex, they're taking off with the 23, okay? Because the 23 also has that new radio or whatever. It's got the upgrades. And like I said, unless it's for a steal, y'all ain't taking it. Come on now. Let's be real. Okay. Me, I like a good steal. Okay. I love a steal and a deal. Um, okay, guys, you guys are not voting. There's 221 of you guys. There's 120 votes. Strong flex. Was that a content coming soon video? Was that an old flex from an old date? Because she wants everyone to know that that putty cat is still being sought after. Chrissy, if there's one thing you don't have to tell us, with as a mother of 9 children with a array of different fathers, is you don't have to remind us that people want the putty cat. Like, girl, we know. It's okay, sis. You don't have to keep reminding us. Was that an old content coming soon video? Was that a bag lunch? Was that a I'm going to get this bag, that's why I'm driving 50 miles? Either it was 50 miles one way or 50 miles two ways. Who do you where what why what friend do you have is making you drive 50 miles either both or one way when they know you're a mother of 9 and you got to go pick up kids or got kids, girl, and stay at the urgent care? Who and what? Can you tell me? I'm not really sure. Okay. Did you take the tow man's number? She said the tow man could not stop making passes at her. He couldn't stop, guys. Okay. That thing will be charging overnight. You would have had it installed. If you bought, can we talk about this? If you had a Tesla, Tesla would have sent the technician to your house and put the charging station. Now we know Chrissy doesn't own a house, but I don't think the owner of a house would mind, but sometimes people do mind people messing with their electric. So keep in mind, moving in silence. She doesn't own her home, so it would have to be a okay from the owner to make an ad like that in the garage. That's if she has a garage. That's, lots of different variables. So great point, because we know our friend, if you're a PayPal, you already know our friend has a charging station in her garage, but she has a decent charging station, but she always talks about the ones at Walgreens are super fast. But in any case, you are 100% right. Moving in silence. Good morning, sis. Good morning. Is the home of fraudsters and scammers Brokesha been capping for the gram? Yes, ma'am. Jeremy posted footage from the concert. Oh, okay. Okay. It was conspiracy corner. I wasn't sure. So thank you guys. We've debunked that conspiracy corner. So when you guys see the video later, remember we talked about this because I recorded that last night. Okay. And Strong Flex, is this your new brand? Okay. Maybe not. Okay. And I know that there's people out here, girl, look, 32, it's almost a wrap, sis. It's almost a wrap. Sometimes at a certain point in life, we just have to remember people are who they are and they're going to be who they're going to be. And as much as a lot of you have hopes, dreams, and wishes for Strong Flex is going to be the woman she's going to be, the woman that she is, and that's going to be it, and that's all. And it's wonderful that you feel and hope for her, and that's great, but she has to feel and want and hope for herself. Okay. That's the point in all of that. Guys, we have 132 votes, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to just go ahead and end that poll. Okay. We're going to read the results. Strong Flex girl, this is a word on the street. 14% thought that was a bag lunch. You were going to go meet a bag and pick up a bag or go on that testicle bag or both. Did you take the toe man's number? How many of you guys think she took the toe man's number? According to those who voted, 15% believe that she took the toe man's number or and a bag, okay, from the toe man. Okay. 19% of you say, oh, okay. Is this your new brand, sis? Sitting outside vehicles off to the side of the seat. Girl, looking very weird, looking very come help me, come save me. Where was your friend? And 50% of those of you who voted believe that this was a old content coming soon video. She has time to edit, and now she needs to collect those bags because it's bill time again, and she needs to pay at least her first couple months of rent before she decides to default and go into eviction mode again. It was old content, right, V? Okay. After she has 10 kids, he'll pass it up. Okay. Nurse K, electric vehicles cannot be towed by a tow truck. They don't have the transmission and not needed to put it into neutral. Teslas are serviced by Tesla. So, girl, thank you for that information. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a Tesla, so I'm going to take your word for it. Tina Lachey, good morning, sis. Guys, you're hearing it here first. Nurse P says electric vehicles cannot be towed by tow trucks. They don't have the transmission. So what a Tesla tech would probably, or someone who's a Tesla certified tech would come out and probably give it some sort of a jump start to the battery, which would make sense. They probably come out with some sort of supercharger and let them get something for 25 miles, at least to get them to a supercharger. And from what I understand, Walgreens have superchargers. Like, it's weird. Chrissy was asking some very silly questions in that video. Like, is it worth it to buy a Tesla? I'm thinking to myself, why don't you tell us, sis? Didn't you just say you bought one? I don't know. This is what I was saying before, and I kind of interrupted myself and never went back to it. There's liars out here, right? There are people who lie. There's people who don't lie. And of course, sometimes we hold the truth. You know, there's different types of not telling the complete truth and all of those things. But I'm talking about just straight up liars. There are liars out here in this world, and there are people who don't do anything but try to finesse. Okay. And the art of finessing may actually include a lie. Okay. And I don't believe without a shadow of a doubt, there are people who find it very comfortable out here on the YouTube streets because of their lifestyle, and they are comfortable because they feel like they are smarter than everybody else, and they can land a lie. They can just land it. They create scenarios, they create situations, they just can finesse. And I just, some of these people, even specifically just these three this morning, I mean, there's holes in everything. These are people who have become quite skilled at painting a picture, and then the picture, it's kind of like any of you guys who've seen The Truman Show. I've referenced that many times. If you've never seen the movie The Truman Show, check it out. It was like the one day that Truman noticed something wasn't right. It was a whole entire fake world created around this one man named Truman, who actually lived in a big movie set but didn't know it. And he was raised there from a baby. And anytime that he had a question or something was different or there was a cast change, and he's like, hey, oh, okay, that's different. That's weird. Why is every day the same? He was starting to become woke. Okay, I'll use it in street terms. He was starting to become woke. And one day he noticed something very strange. And see, what happens with a lot of these people, sometimes a lot of us buy into all of these stories that these people are telling, and something happens one day and you become woke. And you're just kind of like, but wait a second, didn't you say this the other day? Didn't you say that? What, and then you ask one too many questions and you get blocked out the chat. Okay. Think about it. Good morning. Ask one too many questions. You may even be at work right now thinking, gosh, they've been treating me different ever since we had that team meeting. And I brought up the fact that the math isn't mathing. What's going on? Girl, you've been on the out ever since. Okay. There's people out here who like to lie and they want you in robot mode. They don't want you thinking. They just want you watching. They want you clocking in and they don't want you thinking. And damn it, don't ask a fucking question. Okay. Don't start none, won't be none. Okay. Don't ask a question now. Because you're just a hater. You must be jealous. You're a hater and you're jealous. Okay. It's a mess out here, guys. Don't get me going on a Thursday. You guys already know, because if you're here, yeah, this is nothing new. You already know this. Because people who come here, yeah, you're woke. You already know what's going on. You either know what's going on or you have a sense of what's going on, but sis, you know what's going on. Not the okie doke. We don't fall for no okie dokes over here. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of people who are living representative life. They are living fake life, fraud life, all of it. And when you sit and when you question what's going on, girl, they get real mad and you are not welcome anymore. Someone saw you talking shit. Like for me, I don't care. I mean, question whatever you want to question. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I mean, just keep it cute. Keep it cute. If you can't say it to my face, I mean, in this chat, then don't say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. My thing is this. Whatever I have to say about anything that's going on the YouTube streets, I say it here. If I felt like someone wanted to drop in and have a confrontation regarding it, yeah, I said it. So what I said, so I said what I said, what I said. Okay. And that's just my opinion on a video that lives in my computer. Okay. If you're putting on shows, then let people know that you are putting on shows. If you are lying to the people, let people know that you are lying. If you are putting on stunt skits, shows, and shenanigans, speak up. Stop trying to pretend like you're doing something and sis is full of shit. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And there's a lot of people who have been exposed out here for being full of shit. Whether it's the drinking, whether it's the stunting, whether it's the flexing, any of those things. Okay. And then when the truth comes out, it's like, well, people have been plotting on me. People have been preying on my downfall. Let me tell you something. And nobody can pray enough onto your downfall. When you sit and fall for the okey doke every single time, you're doing what you're doing that creates more of your bad luck, sis. That's all your problem. Ain't nobody do that but you. Okay. Ain't nobody gonna take that but you. Nobody told you to do what you did so that your husband could file papers to reassign the kids over to his house with his fiance. There's no amount of praying on that. Trust me, there are not group prayer sessions on but the thing is that what you need to know is that the people that you have involved, some of those messy loyalty gang, girl, they were plotting on your demise. They're sitting there running bones, talking about you behind your back, encouraging you to do stupid things like GoFundMe's for babies that are not kidnapped so you can look stupid and the judge can document how you are interfering with your husband's right to be with his children. So you're the only one that gets rights. You wouldn't have had those babies in your uterus if it wasn't for him. They don't get it, right? They don't get it. Chrissy, nobody cares if you got 10 Teslas, sis. We know how you manage that money. We see it. We see it. We know how you manage that money, sis. And we know that the math is not, the finances aren't financing. Okay. The finances don't finance. And we know that you're good in a place for a few months. And then all of a sudden it's a problem. Okay. So we're going to see how long you last in Colorado at this place. And let's see, disconnected. Please wait a while to reconnect. Oh, okay. Let me end this Q&A. You guys aren't asking questions in the Q&A. Hold on. I'm going to end the Q&A. I don't know if you guys asked any questions in the Q&A. Every time I checked, I didn't see anything. Guys, don't forget when I open the Q&A, if you have a question that you want to ask direct, you can just run it into that Q&A box because I'm running 2 screens and one of them has the Q&A box up. So I will see that faster, especially if I'm behind in the chat over here on StreamYard. Okay. If you guys hadn't seen that yet, just get into it. Click. But I just closed it, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll do that again next time. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, Q&A is closed. Let's see. The Tesla could have been a down payment on a house since she claims she paid for it. You know what? Chrissy's not ready for a house, sis. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, keep in mind how you live, right? I don't even know you beyond fine, unbothered. Okay, sis. Chrissy doesn't live how I live. She doesn't live how the fab lives. She doesn't live how you live. We all live how we live, right? One thing that we know is that the advantage, we see how she lives to a certain degree. We see what she shows us. And what we know is maybe the Fab Five, which I don't know this, I'm making this up, right? Sis might have had the same car in her driveway for the past 10 years. It's paid for. It's clean. It's well maintained. She loves it. It's an Infinity. It has all the bells and whistles, and it was very well maintained. Okay. Period. Somebody else may have a Mercedes that they crashed 2 days after they got it. Okay. Okay. And then we know Strong Flex, girl, she keeps a new car. It's either a rental, it's some sort of a lease, it's something. And, there's always something different. We know this chick right here got a whole minivan. Okay. Got a whole minivan. And her and her man took their tax money and got vehicles that, like everyone says, at least she can fit her whole family in it. Okay. But you know what? Like that's not her priority. If Chrissy's priority was to have something that fit her whole entire family, sis would have it. Do you understand? Just because that's your priority, just because that makes sense, just because financially and managing your fiduciary responsibility for the lives and the people that look up to you and you are responsible for, that you are responsible and a good steward of your money, does not mean that everyone else is. Everyone doesn't have those same pockets. She needs to come to the light to see that she needs to be more responsible, that she needs to handle things better, and that maybe she wants to own a house. But I'm going to just be honest. Everyone doesn't need a house, because you know why? If you can't even manage cutting a fucking yard, what's going to happen when something falls through your roof and you didn't pay your last home insurance payment? And now your homeowner's insurance is riding through your mortgage. And it's really just for coverage of their loan. They're not covering your fucked up ass roof. They're just covering the fact that if the shit burns down, they want their money back. They're securing the property. But you let your insurance lapse. Okay? When that water heater breaks and you got Strangler Bay and not Handy Bay. What happens when you got Strangler Bay in the house, but Strangler Bay ain't handy? Those hands know how to go make something to eat and know how to talk, but they don't know how to fix and they don't know how to work. Okay, can we talk about it on a Thursday? When you don't mind reallocating money for necessities on stupid shit. When you go to the store and buy one coat and you got 5 children. Who doesn't go buy 5 coats? That woman better go and get on damn Old Navy or H&M. See, some people see certain stores, they see bad bitches shopping at certain places and they just automatically assume they can't afford it. Girl, get on Old Navy, which I'm sure you are up on Old Navy or the Gap. They're always having sales. H&M, Zara. Well, Zara's a little high, but Zara, I mean, it just depends on what your pockets look like, how they're measured up. But you can get on so many of these fast fashion websites, even Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing. When your daughters are basically extra smalls or extra smalls, or zeros, you can buy women's clothing. Okay. I mean, Farrah can either do a large, extra large girls or a extra small woman's. It just depends on how it's made up. So depending on what I'm buying, she can buy with me, or I'm buying, large kid size. Okay. At the end of the day, who is going and buying one coat when you got 4 kids going to school? It's the flexing for me. It's the fake lifestyle. It's the pretending. It's the you're paying, like, I don't know what these women W2, but I have a strong feeling like, sis, wow. Based on what they pay for rent, and I'm just, my mind is blown what people pay for rent. That when your credit is decent, how you can live with a mortgage. But back to sis who said they needed to buy uh that could have been a down payment on a house. I totally get you on that. But she doesn't have the finances. She probably couldn't even close, sis. She just couldn't. You see, Keisha bought a house far beyond the specs of what she initially put out. And I don't mean beyond as in better. I mean just like beyond what she said she was going to get, what she actually got. Now, people have varying different opinions of what this property looks like and how it's turning out. But the bottom line is she did buy a home. She bought a home and she's fixing it up. Now, it's debatable on how that remodel situation is going, but at the end of the day, she did it, and she's having to put the money down into it to, create the look, the aesthetic that she wants, because homegirl once again had her representative out here on the YouTube streets, her and her man who love to flex, and they have to keep up with a certain image that they want to show the people out here in the world and on the YouTube streets. Because the bad thing for them is not only do they keep up an image on YouTube, girl, they keep up an image everywhere. Like they have a lot of I'm sure they're tired at the end of the day, girl, tired. That's a lot of flexing. That's a lot of keeping up with the Joneses that they got to do. Okay. So anyway, y'all, I will have another premiere later on today. You guys let me know if you guys want me to drop it sooner than later. I just wanted to give you guys a chance to watch the video from this morning. And I didn't want to not come through live because I know a lot of you guys will comment and say that you really love the live streams and you enjoy having these chats first thing in the morning. Piano Praiser, good morning. They have cute coats too. Some, yeah, absolutely. A lot of these fast fashion, I mean, Forever 21, everyone's got a puffer coat. Puffer coats are rarely ugly. Even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could find something probably cute at Walmart, okay? The kids just need to be warm. All of you out here getting your kids, unless you are of that lifestyle, don't get your kids used to designer if you can't keep that up. If you want to buy them something because you like it, you think it's cute, but don't get them stuck on feeling like they have to have something when your pockets say, I'm just covering the basics. If you're doing something special, do it. If they're not able to keep up with something special, don't get them used to Jordans if your pockets say Skippers, okay? And I'm not trying to be funny, but when they're of an age old enough to be able to understand, okay, these are my Friday shoes, these are my shoes when I don't have gym, these are when I'm putting on my nice jeans, you know, these are my nicer tennis shoes, then that's when you give kids things like that. You can't be mad at children for being children and not holding the value of material things. If you want to teach your children to not be materialistic, then don't put extra value in stuff that you decided to be frivolous and spend on, because they don't know the difference between a Burberry plaid and a plaid. Okay, they don't know the difference. They don't until you put the value in it, right? So don't get mad at the children for destroying something when they don't see the value in it. They don't work, they don't know. You know they don't know, so don't expect them to know, right? Now, some of these women, girl, like I said, don't expect them to know the value of a home when they never lived in one that was theirs. Mom didn't own a home, grandma didn't own a home, nobody owned a home. You know, don't expect them to feel a way when evictions have been part of their lifestyle. Okay. Don't expect people to have your middle class values when a bitch ain't middle class. You understand? I'm not saying you can't want and think that people deserve better and can do better and you see the potential, but that's all it is. Potential doesn't necessarily always become realized. Okay. Potential is just that, energy. Energy untapped, okay? And if the energy is not used, it's just that. It's potential. That's it and that's all. Okay? So it's great that a lot of people have, you know, hopes, dreams and wishes, but let them have their own hopes, dreams and wishes. You know what I'm saying? Let's just enjoy the show. Facts, friend, people do live above what they can afford, trying to keep up. I never did understand that. When you get real, Susie Orman, any of you guys who don't know Susie Orman, when you can get real with your finances, maybe your finances will get real. Okay. I'll tell you, as a young woman, I mean, I'm not going to say I was spoiled, but I guess when I look back, I probably was a little bit spoiled by my parents. And I had to learn in my 20s, going up into my 30s, how to handle my own money and not factor in um, additional money. Okay. My parents paid my rent longer than they probably should have. Okay. I didn't see anything wrong with it because that's just what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't like a big deal. And I was probably very spoiled. And I had to get very real with my finances. And one day, a job that I really loved, I had to kind of take a look and say, you know what? I think I need a new job. I need to make more money because a girl likes to go shopping. Okay. I like driving my little sports car, all those things, right? I had to get real. And at one point, I loved my job so much, I bartended. Okay. I started hustling. Like, you know what I mean? I would bartend when I was very young in my 20s. Sometimes I would waitress. I kept busy and it was fun because it was part of my social life. I met people. I would make friends, all that kind of stuff, especially when I was new to my city. When I first moved here to Charlotte, it was a way to make friends and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, I had to understand that I wasn't making enough money, that I kind of, you know, my parents were supplementing my money. And when I realized I needed to make more, I did. And I hadn't stopped since. I've always had like an extra bag hustle because I like making money. That's fun to me. It became a hobby. Okay. Like how some people like to smoke and drink, I like to make bags. Okay. So at the end of the day, you know, people got to get real with their finances. If you want things in life, you can't just expect people to give them to you. And if you want to meet the people who want to give things to you, if you want to be in that number, well, then you have to be the place in the places that makes that happen. If you're broke, don't expect to meet rich people. Okay. You see a lot of women who meet rich men. You see women who go work at nightclubs and cocktail bars and high-end places, you know, because there's rich people there. So you see beautiful women working in some of the most expensive restaurants, nightclubs, bars that are exclusive because they like to see pretty people. So how do some of these young beautiful women or beautiful women in general meet these rich guys? How did Erica Jane meet one of the richest and most powerful attorneys in all of Beverly Hills? She was in a place. She wasn't rich, powerful. She was beautiful though, and she was in the right place at the right time to meet the most powerful attorney in all of Beverly Hills. And for him to marry her 6 weeks later. That's how it happens. She was hustling. She was making money to support her son as a single mother. And because she had looks, this shit happens every day. Where did Kevin Hart meet his new wife? Oh, she's the cousin. Who's his wife? Aoki. She is the cousin to Tristan Thompson's baby mom. Okay. Two beautiful women. Two women who happen to be from the same family who attach themselves to very wealthy men. Tristan's son, mama, I forget what her name is. Maybe it's Jordan, I think. Um, is cousins with Kevin Hart's wife. Like, this is not, y'all, this is not rocket science here. I mean, one day I'm gonna have to really hit some of you single girls up onto how to handle business if that's what you're trying to do. Stop trying to think that magic fairy dust is going to make a bum into a prince. It ain't gonna happen, sis. Okay. But you have to look like someone who's doing something. You can't just look like someone who wants their hand out, like Strong Mommy Chrissy was sitting on the side of that Tesla looking sus as hell. Why she wasn't sitting in the driver's seat? The reason why that tow man approached you that way is because you were serving up that way. You were serving up that energy. Okay. Anyway, guys, look, interesting content coming out. I'm loving it. People can just keep being themselves. I love it because it tells a lot about what's actually going on. And they think they're covering stuff up. They think they're being cute. But some of us who have lived a little bit, yeah, we see right through it. Girl, we see right through it. And I'll give you some homework. If you guys have not seen The Truman Show, watch it. It's a very interesting movie. I mean, I think it's on, if you have Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I will drop a link. I will drop my link and click on it. You will get a discount, and I do get a commission from it. But I'll drop my link to Amazon Prime. Go check it out. I think it's free on Amazon Movies. And if you have Netflix, Hulu, any of those things, I'm sure they probably have it in there. It's so old, it's free. It's such a great movie with Jim Carrey, but it really, if you in the back of your mind are thinking YouTube Streets while watching it, it will blow your mind. It really is, because the man's living in a complete fake world, and everyone's mission is to continue to run fucking plays to keep him not woke. Okay. But you can't, once you get the mustard seed, you can't turn it off. And eventually he realized what was going on. And I'm going to let you guys finish the rest of the story on how it went. But it's an amazing story, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. In light of, we just had voting the other day. If you guys have not seen Wag the Dog, if you haven't seen that, that's a great movie too. On how you can be fooled, how what you see may not be what you're seeing, and how people will run plays and try to fool the people, but the people are smarter than that. So Wag the Dog is very good, and The Truman Show, check it out. Anyway, someone did say drop the video, Fran, so give me a minute. I did upload it. I need to monetize it and all that stuff, and then we'll meet back for another premiere. Because I'm gonna just say this: one monkey don't stop no show, okay? And it certainly doesn't stop mine, okay? And try, I'm not gonna even say anything else. I'm gonna just keep doing what I do. I'm gonna keep doing what I do and do that. But yeah, we're gonna talk about all that. Guys, one other thing, let me tease one thing. They were in the car talking. For those of you guys who did not see this video yet, y'all, Jeremy was sitting there. Look at the look in his eyes. They were talking about one thing at that moment, but a minute later, he starts talking about, I can't wait to have a son. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. And then he cleans it up and says, and Keisha says, with me, like basically like clean it up, clean it up. Homie was sitting there and they were talking. He said, do you imagine how good looking our son's gonna be? I can't wait to, be there every day. Why don't you talk, instead of talking about and fantasizing, number one, you already have a son, but number two, why don't you fantasize about marrying this woman and having a child with a woman that you're married to? These two are so lame. It's weird to me. Keisha is co-signing to be an eternal girlfriend. And if that's what's going to make you happy, sis, enjoy. But I think that that's not what she wants. But instead of them sitting and thinking about the future and another child, they're not even thinking about what's next. And, even though it is his responsibility to lead the relationship into marriage, as a woman, girl, you need to be steering from the back. And after we get married, I mean, you need to not drop those not so subtle hints. Yeah, as soon as we get married, yeah, I want my name to match up with everybody in the household. Yeah, as soon as we'll have that next baby, as soon as my name is Pastel. Like, you can't keep making it so easy and expect people to step up. Okay? Especially, and she's got herself in a bad situation because she's got herself a man that unfortunately she kind of leads financially in the relationship. And I think he is okay with that for right now. And I don't know that she makes a way for him to step up in the way that he would want to and the way that she wants him to. She doesn't make way for it. She's so busy. He doesn't have to, so he gets lazy. He presents lazy. And the reason why is he doesn't have to, because she's so busy tap dancing and doing everything. He don't have to do a damn thing. So as long as she continues to stay so busy, she's not going to have what she wants. Okay, live, laugh, love. There's nothing wrong with not okay, so career, maybe job, no. Um, there's nothing wrong. Like I said earlier, at one point I realized in my life I needed a new job. I needed to make more money because my life, what I wanted, I wasn't going to be able to do until I made that happen, right? Hey Shonda, good morning. Hey Steph, good morning. Good morning, everyone coming in. So yes, but these people clearly don't live a lifestyle of going to clock in. So not saying that that's a bad thing. They're not going to do that. But at the end of the day, she needs to sit down and stop making it so easy for him to be her wife. Okay. And I'm going to stop right there. Okay. Guys, have a wonderful day.
There we go. All right. Keisha Anderson versus LaToya.
I'm here.
Thank you, Miss. Anyone here for Keisha Anderson? All right. Not hearing any announcement for Miss Anderson. Last call for Keisha Anderson. The plaintiff is not here, so I'm going to let you choose what date that case will be heard on. What date and time? We've got November 17th and November 8th.
Daddy a fool. That's my plate? Daddy a fool. Daddy a fool. Daddy a fool.
Rounded.
Hey, love is everything.
mine.
I know anybody's gonna be lonely without the reason they got someone to care for. Maybe all you need's a shoulder to cry on. If that's a fact,